starting lineups. And of course, Dirk Nowitzki has been the hot man, averaging nearly 32 points the last 3 games. Kidd and Nash, veteran point guards on display. And he tried to make it 4 in a row for the first time this year. And this is a matchup of 2 of the 5 oldest teams in the NBA. And you're seeing some of them out there right now in Vince Carter, who's in his 14th year. And, of course, Steve Nash in his 16th season. And the list goes on and on. Tonight's officials are Monty McCutcheon, Tommy Nunez Jr., and Sean Wright. And we're set to go. And as C-Webb mentioned, 3-0 this year. The Mavericks have had the measure, rims the hoop on the lay-in and misses. So the Suns coming back, and in rhythm, Fry hitting a 2. And Kidd loses the ball, doesn't go, and trying to tip it out is Mahinmi to no avail. And here's Nash again. And the 3. He's taken several outside perimeter shots early on for the Mavericks. Here's Fry sensing an opening, gets the basket and the foul. The Mavericks are claiming it was a charge, but that's not the call.
It's not the call, because if he makes one, he can pump fake drive and get everybody else on the Dallas Mavericks involved.
Here's Nash with a pretty move to the basket. So Brown and Nash.
The great thing about Nash, because he can hit the jump shot, you have to make sure you cannot let him penetrate. And even though he can't jump high, I tell you one thing, nobody in this world can jump higher than the ball.
2 to go, and there's no question that Swiss Army knife getting many plugs tonight. Good feed from Nash to Gortat. And the Suns, who are up by 8.
What Dallas is doing is they're zoning up and switching the pick and roll. And when they switched it that time, they had Lopez on Rodney buckets. And that right there is going to get you in trouble anytime the other.
You never know, maybe the club will have a change of heart in the next week. But right now I think everyone's, comfortable with where we are, trying to, improve and get this team in the finals.
And Nash reiterated to me, and the Suns also reiterated.
They've had 3-game winning streaks, had a chance to extend it, but it's pretty tough to win against the Thunder there. There's Gortat, and Gortat hits the base. No question, and pick your poison as far as Carter and Nowitzki goes. Here's Dudley hitting.
I've seen this happen many times. Actually, I remember the first time I've seen this guy shoot off of one leg. I thought it was an illegal move, and now it's something that every
back. I think we realized that a lot of things went our way to become professional basketball players. To have the opportunity to repay our communities for the goodwill that we received is really important to us. Playing in the NBA gives us visibility that we wouldn't be afforded. So for us to be able to use that visibility for good is a phenomenal opportunity for us to make the world, hopefully, and our communities better.
Point lead. Once again, the Mavericks stretching it to 11. Nash coming back with a 2.
In for the 3. Great shot up by him out the corner.
Games has emerged right now with 11 points. Here's Grant Hill. Baseline jumper goes. Nash on the line.
You have to credit Gortat. You have to credit his vision. Now they need to space and let Nash do what he does.
Goes behind to Hill. Hits the shot here in this quarter. And Nash decides to shuffle it out to Grant Hill, and a 6-point lead leading to this Dallas timeout. It was Dudley. Good defense on that sequence. And driving in for the stuff is Warwick. And now it's a 4-point game.
Grant Hill is staying so attached to Dirk Nowitzki. He's not leaving him open at all.
Nash comes back with the basket. So Nash is doing it as a scorer and as a playmaker, and Rick Carlisle wants to talk it over. A 9-0 run has cut the Mavericks lead to 2 with 2:02 remaining, and the closest since early in the second.
And you have to love this. Gortat gets a hand up, Nash gets the ball out, and everybody puts their track shoes on, because when Nash gets the ball, you're going to be a recipient of an easy bucket. Not used that much, Hakeem Ward, but when he's on the floor, Nash will make sure he knows his personnel. And right here, the trait of a great point guard, he makes everybody better. But at the end of the day, he can.
Nash over Beaubois. Trying to break an 8-game losing streak to the Dallas Mavericks, including a 3-0 deficit this year. Here's Grant Hill. Grant Hill.
Yeah, and it's getting a little testy, but I love this. Look at this play. Nash enters it to Grant Hill, goes off of a double screen, comes off, makes the whole defense look at him. He hits Grant Hill right back for a shot. It was doing nothing.
Dick, you know the two old guys that just don't give up the court when you're on the summer run. They keep winning and winning and winning and winning. No, don't let anybody else play. You got a good one tonight, but what would Coach K make you do if you miss free throws like that?
Oh man, we probably I don't know what he would do, but no, it was I don't know. I want those back. I shot the first one long and then short the second one. Usually Steve's our free throw shooter in the last minute, but hopefully I'll get another chance to redeem myself.
You did pretty good at the defensive end, guarding everybody on their team tonight. Steve, how did you guys get the tempo going the way you went in the second half?
Well, I thought our defense picked up. We got some rebounds. We were able to get it, not only in transition, but get a little bit of a rhythm to our offense where, we're flowing into it instead of setting up, cold. So, it was important. But we also had some good performances. Obviously, Grant was amazing. Jared played well. Marsh had his moments. Shannon, Bassey made some shots. So everyone really pitched in tonight.
Grant, you get this every night. You guard the best perimeter player. It doesn't matter if it's a point guard, 2 guard, 3, 4. You get them all. How do you continue to be able to make adjustments within a game? You're guarding Carter, you're guarding Dirk, all within a quarter.
Well, I mean, I think if Steve and I both are around long enough, you know people's tendencies, and it's all about tendencies. And, Dirk is such a great player. I have so much respect for him. I actually like him as a person, but I know I got to be real physical with him, try to get in his feet. Steve told me that from a few years ago, and just make life difficult for him. And sometimes he scores, sometimes he doesn't, but he's a great player, and I love playing against him.
Obviously, Steve, we talked about this before, that, this is a team, as everybody said, is in transition, but you guys are trying to make the playoffs, and you said that is your motivation right now. Where are you right now in that, and where do you think you can go as we get toward the end of the season?
Well, we're getting better. We couldn't close out Oklahoma City last night, but played them tough, came home, after heavy minutes last night, found a way to beat a great Dallas team. So we're getting better, but we got a ways to go. We got to catch up.
Steve, Grant, get some rest. Thank you very much for joining us. Great effort tonight. All right, back to you, Dick.
All right, and Hill and company hold Dirk Nowitzki to only 18 points as the Phoenix Suns end an 8-game losing streak to the Dallas Mavericks. Our final score once again, the Suns 96 and the Mavericks 94.